Welcome everyone to our advanced meeting number 280. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever part of the world you are. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming. So I would like to call on my dear brother, Coach Jagadis, our prime mover. Over to you, Coach.
Today's speaker is a lady of multiple versatility. Why? The list is long. Soft skills trainer, Toastmaster, parenting coach, NLP practitioner, motivational speaker, spiritual coach, and a healer, and the list goes on. She has more than 18 years of experience. In corporate, more than 12 years with various media houses like Amrit Ujala, Dainik Jharkhand, As in Rural, and many more. She is a startup convener at 𝐼𝐼𝐍, member of Foreign Affairs Cell, handling soft skill training and communication department single-handedly. Currently working as a soft skill trainer, Oriental University. She claims herself brazen, means bold, beautiful, and the best. Her name is SHILPI. Please let me welcoming our speaker, Madam SHILPI UPADHYAY. Over to you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction of our speaker. Please help me welcome a dear friend, SHILPI UPADHYAY, and Lak Dalak. Over to you.
I'm so blessed that I can deliver something over here. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Talking about brazen doesn't mean bold and beautiful, but brazen means a person who just holds on something and he wants to do that. In Hindi, if you call this term, this is dheet. Dheet is a person who is determined, who will not listen to anybody and who will do that. That is called as brazen. Yes, that is why I call myself brazen. Now coming to the topic today, unlock the lock. The way you can change yourself. Let's start by asking a question. How many of you have planned during last month or during last week that I need to change this one of my habit or one of my routine? Can anybody tell me that how many of you planned? Yes, I can see DTM Vaughn raising hand, Andrea raising hand. So now I would like to know that what is that habit which you wanted to change. Either you can put it in the chat box or speak up, whatever the rule permits. Sleeping late, a bad habit. Okay. Anybody else? Increasing my reading time, eat healthy and drink more water, want to be more patient. All right. Okay, great. So now the next question comes in as procrastination. What is the cycle like when you decided to change yourself? What was the next step you did? I'm sure you must have decided from next day I'm going to do it this way. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Then what happened after that? You decided for the next day or probably after 2 days considering all the circumstances or after 3 days considering another set of circumstances. But what was the result? Definitely. I couldn't teach you, Andrea. I can get a lot of learnings from you, but I'll definitely try. Okay, so setting up your priorities, planning for that, discussing about that. Yes, this happens. And the cycle goes on and on and on. We decide the criteria which we want to change. We decide the habit. We decide on the situation. And then we start planning for that. And once we start planning for that, we tend into planning. And tell me, I'm sure that when you have planned, for few days or the few months or the few hours, you must have stuck to that also. I'm sure about it. Yes, absolutely this happens. And that is the cycle of change. That is why we are discussing on this topic, unlock the lock. So that is one lock which we need to identify that if you're thinking about changing, why is it actually you're thinking about changing? So Karthik says he analyzed his time and after a few days he diverted. And yes, Vaughn says unlock the lock. And Sheba says only for a week she could follow. So let's discuss this model over here. We have learned and heard about a lot of model. You must have heard about cross model, wherein you say that ADRAC model is there and various other models are there. But let's talk about that what is the realistic model which a layman can work on with. And I have my own model which may be really funny for your people, but yes, let me share it with you all. So as per Mr. Rick, he says that there is always a way out for those clever enough to find it. And that is what we need to figure it out, that how clever are we? Are we really able to stick on this ways? So for me, there's a small model which I follow. What is that? 𝐼𝐀. It doesn't make any sense to you, but what is this? But each word holds some meaning for it. A holds about the awareness. Awareness of what? How important that change is for you. Do you really think that change is making some difference? Are you able to do the analysis if something wrong is going to happen without making those changes, or if something good is going to happen after making those changes? Do you have this awareness within you? Then only not the basic changes, that is mental changes, are going to work on with you, but yes, somewhere financial changes, if these are affecting to you, are much more important. And believe me, anybody who's saying that I'm working for social service, at the back of mind, we are planning 2-3 years down the line to get some huge money. At least I am. And I will never deny to that. And cash is one thing which makes you move. So what kind of awareness you're generating and from how you are generating this awareness. Second is about identifying the needs. What needs you're identifying. I'll be taking you through this whole PPT and I'll be explaining you each of the model. That is not very difficult model to understand. Very, very friendly model, and you will really understand that this is something which is very much related to us. Now let me tell you one small story of mine. I am turning overweight these days. And I don't look like one, but I am 85 kgs right now. And I have no shame to mention this over here, because that is what I have made myself. And I will plan daily that I need to get up in the morning. I need to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. At least I will do half an hour walk. Then I'll come back. I'll get ready for my university. I need to make my children get ready. And daily I'll do this planning. Right. So for me, my university is a priority. I never reach late at bus stop. For me, my kids' school is a priority. They will never be late, whatever work I'll do. For me, all the meetings, all the public speaking assignments are my priority. I came back from university today also, Sunday also we are working at 5:30. Then I took my 2 podcast shoot. Then I took one more meeting. Then I'm attending this. And at 9, again, I have one more meeting. So all these are my priorities. But I know for me, getting up in the morning is not my priority. As soon as that morning 5 a.m. alarm will be ringing, I'll be snoozing it up 10 minutes more, 10 minutes more. Okay, just 5 minutes more. And this is what I'm doing. And this cycle goes on and on. So am I really aware about that what health issues is it creating to me? Majorly no. Am I really aware about that if I will be slimmer and smarter, how beautiful can I look? Probably I can get more compliments as I am getting today. I am talking in very generic terms so that everybody can relate to it. I might be clicking my pictures by giving side poses every time. This is what we females do. To look beautiful, slim, we'll have side poses and get our picture clicked. But I am not basically able to realize that yes, I have a lot more beautiful dresses to wear which I can wear and I can give, full pose without changing my positions and without getting my pictures clicked again and again. That is the lack of awareness. And now let me come to the part of analysis. If at all I'm putting one good picture of mine, or if I'm going to meet a few good friends of mine who are probably spending 1 hour at gym and then sometimes with their kids, in spite of analyzing that how well they're taking their care, probably what I might like to think is they have a lot of, free time. I'm a working mother. I cannot do this. So this is the kind of analysis which is required, which we are not doing. So are we really analyzing our current actions? No, we are not really analyzing our current actions. So that is one thing that with awareness, you need to have that analysis. That how well you can analyze your actions, how well you can analyze your reactions, how well you can analyze your rejections too. Whenever you are being rejected, you need to analyze it. You need to write everything in your journals. We always talk about writing good. You need to write about your improvements areas also. That from where you have reached where. So this is very important, at least to generate awareness. Till the time you're not aware, till the time you cannot, work on your priorities, till the time you're not able to analyze the things which you want to improve, believe me, you need to write them. That these are the changes I want in my life, so that it can start knocking your head, knocking your mind. And the day it will start knocking your mind, we will start working on it. And also start writing letter to yourself, which is very, very important and which has to be very, very genuine letter. In this letter, you shall be talking to yourself the very, very real thing. What you feel has gone wrong in day and what you think has been done right by you. Any excuses which you are giving for the society shall not be the part of this letter. This letter has to be the realistic letter. I know this is little tedious and painful exercise, but this letter can be 4-liner letter also. You don't need to fill 4 pages for this. And I believe, and I'm sure about it, this will start working with you. And I don't want you to write daily 4 pages, but at least in a week you can write 4 lines. This is the way you need to start with it. Then start checking your bank accounts. And believe me, this is the highest aspiration to generate your awareness. At least for me, I do this. The day you start relating your aspirations to some materialistic thing where you can measure that, you are able to create a benchmark there that I need to reach here. And for that, I need to climb 20 stairs more. And how do I need to climb those 20 stairs? That has to be written in your letter. That these are my excuses which has to be deleted. And that is going to create that idea of awareness. So first step is to the creating of idea of awareness and analysis. Alright. Now let's talk about identification. So when I'm talking about identification, I want you all to please see this mind map. I have just this format of mind map for you here, where I want you to fill in the center the goal which you want to do for yourself. It can be your health goal, it can be your career goal, it can be your public goal, it can be your any goal, it can be your family goal. But then what are the branches affecting to it? That is very important to identify. Because the day you will start identifying the reasons, the ways, the areas to reach someplace, believe me, you will start working. Because what problem is happening with us, understand this, we are making these plans. We want to be billionaire. We want to be top among public speakers. We want to be best of the mother. We want to be best of the wife. We want to showcase ourselves as best of the spouse. But what are the ways to reach there? We never discuss on that. We discuss that this is my goal and by this date I want to be this. But how? That is missing. I'll show you a mind map also over here. I have tried to show it here, a mind map of life. That what are the areas in a life which can be there on which you can focus. These can be your health, your family and friends, obviously, definitely your love, your romance, then your fun and recreation, your physical environment, your personal growth, which is very important, your finances, your business and career. Now, important is to understand what is to improve, how to improve, what is your current situation. Why current situation is important. For example, if I'm earning 5,000 a month today, and I'm aspiring for earning 50,000 a month in by the next month. Is it possible for me? Yes or no? Can I do this? I am earning 5,000 a month today, but can I earn 50,000 a month by the next month? If no, why? And if yes, why? Who can tell me this thing?
Because we are not ready only. We have not planned anything. Just we are saying we want to earn, but how you want to earn? That is the main question, right? So we don't have any planning. Yes.
Absolutely. So that is why I have my second tab as thank you so much for answering it so well. And here again your awareness part and analysis part is going to help you. If you have that analysis with you, you can talk about what is to be improved, how to be improved. Because the day you will start identifying your flaws, your improvement areas on which you want to work, believe me, you will be able to figure out the ways through which you need to reach out to 50,000 per month. Not only in monetary terms, if you want to be favorite of your children, for example, I know that maximum times couples have this fight that father is favorite or mother is favorite, and then they might fight among themselves that you speak every time when I scold kids, and that is why you're their favorite and you make your numbers. But that is not the way. We don't know that where we are working, what are the flaws. And that is the reason we need to identify our flaws. We need to analyze. We need to understand the reasons of our rejection. And this mind map need to hold that reason as well. That why you are being rejected and what are the areas to improve. So now, next best important thing is need generation. This is one important thing which I call NG. If I repeat it, we have awareness and analysis at this step 1. Second is understanding our flaws and ways to reaching our goals. Third is first unfreeze yourself. Unfreeze yourself, that is start acting now. Stop being backlight person where you just want to appreciate yourself for what you are. Start acting. And now we will come to the next part of unlocking ourselves. Identify the pains. Or probably if I want to become a good public speaker, today I will take 3 sessions of 2 hours. But what can be my pains? My pains can be, I might not be able to give time to my kids. Or my head, my jaw, it might start paining because a lot of energy is required to speak. Or when I got up early at 5, still I could get time to go to bed at 12 only. So definitely it is going to harm me. Or if I'm eating salad, probably for 1 or 2 days I might eat salad, but then I need to come back to the same meal. So these are my pains. Am I ready to leave that flavor which my tongue is used to? Am I ready to leave that comfort zone of, switching on the AC and putting on that quilt and that early morning 5 o'clock sleep is very, very important. Am I ready for that? To leave that comfort? Am I ready to get out of my comfort zone, get little early, sleep little late, talk to my kids, and probably drink little hot water, and then I would like to move to this public speaking thing? So the day you will, along with setting your action plans, you will even work out on your pains, and you will take out the way that how to figure out on these pains, how to move with these pains, or what are the solutions I'm going to take out. You will be able to work on that. So why goal setting fails? Because we are not able to identify the pains, which is very, very important to reach the goals. I have set up my goal. That is absolutely fine. But I'm ready to face those pains. I have not trained myself mentally for this. So there again, your awareness is lacking. So the day along with your goal setting, along with your changes you are wanting, the day you will start setting yourself mentally, preparing yourself mentally that yes, these are the things which will be my pain areas and I will have to work with them. We will be able to take one step ahead. If you will start identifying your pains, at least step 1 is better than step 0. That is very, very important. And you want to action. We will be getting success of 0.5%, but we'll be preaching as if we are 100% successful. And that is what we humans are. And specifically, we trainers, we teachers, we moderators, definitely we do this. So the day you will identify your pain areas, you will have that knowledge level that how you can move ahead. What is your way of leading to the changes? You will have your own approval. And approval has to be in two ways. One, your inner approval, and one, the approval of your surroundings. See, your inner approval is there with you, but do you have your surroundings approval? That is very, very important to understand. Because sometimes when we want to work on specific things, we are unable to work just due to our surroundings, our situations, our areas which are attached with us, our relationships which are attached with us. So are we having that approval? I'm not saying to go and ask them for that approval. That is not required. But approval from yourself that can you change those surroundings in your favor? That approval is very, very important. If you do not have that approval, believe me, somewhere down the line you'll get stuck. So either change those surroundings in your favor or take some action that they may automatically change to your favor. And it can be done. And it will not be done at once. But slowly and step by step, you can move that. Just one late night call of Mr. Ram Babu, why I am here? Because I have that greed to present myself over here. Though I told you that I am in meeting since 5 o'clock and again I have one meeting at 9 o'clock. But I have that greed to present myself over here. So that is why I'm here. That is why I've taken those approval from my surroundings. I have generated my awareness, that is my knowledge level, that yes, I have to speak. And that is what my intention leading to me because I have that greed. Definitely then comes part 4, which is practicing. Practicing means taking the things into action, but not for once only. Taking it into the loop. I am again repeating, take one step. Start taking one step in the loop. That is, stop taking one step. Repeat one step only. As we say now, if you want to develop the habit of reading, just start reading with 1 or 2 lines. It can be any comic, it can be any poem, it can be any newspaper. You don't need to read one para at a time, or you don't need to work on reading one chapter at a time. Probably for 1 week, you might read only 2 to 2 lines. So that is the kind of practice we need to incorporate. Don't take big steps at a time. Take mini steps, baby steps. That practice is needed. And then advocate. Very important thing to believe in what you are doing is advocating that, teaching that, preaching that. And the day you will start teaching or preaching what you're doing, you will get n number of new ways to work on them. Because when you turn a teacher or your guide, you start figuring out the ways, various ways that how and when you can work on it. What are the reasons? What are the solutions which can be worked out? This is very important, that is perseverance, which I say 𝐼𝐀𝐃. So this is a short acronym of this, 𝐼𝐀𝐃 and perseverance. So one is what I always say, now when you start advocating it, you can increase that urgency. You can talk about it, that how important it is, because now you are advocating that. Till the time others are advocating, it is like, theek hai, it is fine. He says because he has all the facilities, or she says because she has all the facilities. But the day you start advocating that thing, you start advocating it like, oh my God, what big task I have done. So that is the sense of urgency you automatically create, right? Then you automatically start building the guiding step for yourself and the people around you. Because you know now how you can move ahead. Because that is the kind of, when you are advocating something, when you're preaching something, when you are telling someone that how to go ahead, definitely you would like to be perfect while advocating. You will start developing a vision. How it happens, like you all must have seen a small kid when he start writing on 3-liners copy. We all have seen them, right? Develop your vision for the step 2. That is important. I do not want you to take step 10, but develop your vision only for taking step 2. That is going to lead you to step 10 also. That will be your final step. Then communicate about it. Communicate, preach it, let people buy it. That yes, this is the right way to do. Get that appreciation from people. Get that appreciation from the people around you. It is not necessary that if you're doing something, you don't want to preach it. You must preach it. You must preach it in a way that people shall appreciate you for that. That appreciation, the day people will start buying your step 1, you will reach to step 2. Because there you want to show yourself, you want to pat your back. Yes, I could make you do that. That is the true leader I am. So that has to be there and you shall enjoy that. So go for step 2, empower action. And now you need to flaunt that what changes step 1 has made in you. And you have gone to a level 1, level 2 now. And you can reach more people for level 1. So empower your action. Show them, flaunt them. Create short-term wins, what I have been explaining. People, do all the big bang of step 1. You have reached to step 2. Start talking about it, that this is my step 2. I have achieved this more. Now my goal is step 3. So create that short-term wins. Celebrate those short-term wins. Speak for them as long as you can. And don't let anybody interrupt in your winnings. This is very important. There will be people who will be saying, when you reach to step 3, there'll be many people who will say, till here everybody can do. Talk about further. You need to tell, boss, I've done till step 3. I will be going till step 4. That has to be there. And it could add some value to all. And that is all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Nice presentation. Moving on, I would like to call on our reviewer for the day, Coach Shayama. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Coach Juan. Nice to see you again. What a wonderful session. I really enjoyed the session. And Coach Shilpi, and a beautiful title you have chosen, Unlock the Lock. That means we are already in a cage, right? So unlock it, come out of it. We are not aware about that. It's just inside. And we are thinking we are trying to make new habits, making changes in our lifestyle, right? So, but we struggle and we end up in, let's leave it. It's not going to work for us. So you beautifully started your session today with a question technique. So how many of you plan to do something and how it worked, why we end up in that cycle of planning and preparing and again come to the same point. It's not going to work. So you gave a beautiful analogy on and a technique to put ourselves, commit ourselves to bring a change in our life or a habit. So it was very interesting. And you beautifully involved all the audience as well. You said used a chat box to type your answers, and it was very interactive. So you connected with the audience. They were there all the time with you. And other thing is the acronym that you used, ANCPAP. Yes. So it was a wonderful thing. I have written it. I have written so many notes. So that's why it's difficult for me to catch where the words. So first thing is the awareness we have to bring, that we should know where is our flow, why we are getting rejected, and writing a letter to our personal self, right? That was a very beautiful thing, new thing I learned today. So, and the steps you beautifully described. And then the identification of what are the needs that you have to prepare for that plan to work upon it. And then need generations with different plans and systems. And then most importantly, pain part. I liked it that you said that when you wake up, I also feel the same thing, snoozing the alarm and we try to sleep, right? So when we come to know, if we want to develop a good habit of eating healthy food, then we should know the pain of leaving that, right? We should know that we have this weakness in tempting to food. So those things we have to avoid and we have to realize the pain. This is my weakness. This is my pain point. So that realization is most important. And the next one is action also. How well you have beautifully shared some PowerPoints presentations also. Finally, you end up with a perseverance, right? How well you are determined to do that. So that was mind-blowing and I learned a lot of things. And when it comes to improvement, I think the slides were big, the letters were tiny in some, others were fine. So tiny letters can be like you can take the abstract from that and take the keywords and present so that the audience will get it easily and it will get an impact. I mean, that visual, right? The visual learners will get it forever. It will impact so much will be there. So that is the only thing. Other than that, it was a wonderful topic. I'm going to work upon my habits as well. So thank you so much for the wonderful session. I enjoyed a lot. Over to you.
Thank you, Coach Shayama. Thank you very much for providing a beautiful review